Hello and welcome to Aurora Northeast Academy. The Mizoram Legislative Assembly has recently amended the Mizo Marriage and Inheritance of Property. So, the bill has been introduced, amending the 2014 law, and it has created a sort of furor. Debate and discussions are being held in every nook and corner regarding this new uh, amendment to the inheritance and marriage law of Mizo, Mizo woman. So we'll break it down so that you can easily understand the concepts behind this legislation and being in the current affairs, the probability of this question being asked in your preliminary as well as mains examination increases. So let's get started. So this February, it means last month, 2026, we have seen a legislative shift, and you have to bear in mind that this pertains to the inheritance and property rights of Mizo women. So there is a sort of gender angle in this legislation. We have to bear this in mind, because when you will write the criticism, if you were asked this question in your means, then you should be able to write some points regarding its uh, drawbacks. Definitely it has an angle as far as preserving the cultural identity of the Mizo is concerned, Mizo tribe is concerned. So we cannot think in black and white. We have to observe carefully and come to a conclusion, because truth definitely lies somewhere in between, in the gray shade. So February 24, 2026, the Mizoram Legislative Assembly unanimously passed the Mizo Marriage and Inheritance of Property Bill 2026. This pivotal development fundamentally alters the scope of the state's personal law. Now, look at the status. What the bill seeks to alter is Mizo woman marrying non-Mizos. So it has a bearing not only on the Mizo woman marrying a non-Mizo male, but also the descendants, that is, the next generation. What will happen to them? They will no longer fall under the purview of Mizo customary law or retain property inheritance rights. See, this particular customary law, you should not take it very casually, because as far as the Mizo tribe is concerned, the customary law is very important. It is an important facet of their social life, and when it comes to property and all, definitely it has a bearing on the economic aspect of a Mizo. So you have to look it with a broader prism. Then only you will be able to comprehend. And this is one aspect. So as far as marriage is concerned, it is governed by state customary law. Then there are aspects of inheritance. So this bill primarily seeks to govern three aspects: marriage, inheritance, and the scheduled tribe status. We definitely know that having the scheduled tribe status, how important it is for employment, for public employment. It is important also in case of your access to various government welfare schemes. So in this way, the ST status is of utmost importance when it comes to a tribal community. Then comes the inheritance status. You know, various states in the northeastern part of the country, they are governed by inner line permit. So a non-Mizo or a non-tribe cannot simply go in Mizoram and purchase property in his or her name. So there are a lot of complications involved in this process. And now coming to marriage, earlier Mizo women could marry non-Mizos, and there was legally, I'm speaking legally, there was little bearing as far as their inheritance or property was concerned. They could marry, but certainly there was an unwritten rule. They were criticized, uh, and socially they were definitely not given the respect that they deserve. So, but remember that you cannot look at it sitting from Delhi, sitting from Bangalore. You cannot analyze the bill sitting from a remote or distant part of the country with no practical knowledge about Mizoram. So, in Mizo, customary law is not merely ceremonial. As I told you earlier, it is not merely a piece of legislation that will simply alter a few facets of the earlier legislation. It has immense bearing. Its impact will be huge. It is the legal bedrock defining personal and economic rights. It is not limited to the social sphere alone. Your economic rights, your personal identity will be impacted. The newly amended framework binds three distinct legal concepts together based on marital choices. So these are the three concepts of marriage, of inheritance, and marriage, inheritance, and the scheduled tribe status. See the 2024 law. We have to look into the 2024 legal baseline. Only then we'll be able to comprehend the current amendment. See, in the 2014 law, the Mizo man and any woman, they were covered under the Mizo customary law. Similarly, Mizo woman and any man could marry any man. They would be governed and would be covered under the Mizo customary law. So that was broad. That was broad. However, the social realities are different. We all know about this part. Now, what was the need for this latest amendment? Chief Minister Lal Doma, acting as the Minister for Law and Judicial Portfolios, introduced the amendment to address the shift in Mizo society. With increasing globalization, with the increasing interaction of Mizo with the non-Mizo communities, they're now traveling outside for education, for health-related purpose, for tourism, etc. And there is intermingling of Mizo and non-Mizos. So as a result, there emerged new social realities, and it brought a sort of tension in the Mizo society regarding preservation of their cultural identity, regarding the distinctiveness of their tribe, whether they'll be able to preserve that uniqueness or the intermingling will slowly but surely erase their distinct cultural identity. So, in the context of the emerging social realities, in the context of uh, petitions from various representatives of civil organizations, civil societies, the Chief Minister, as he claims, had to come up with this amendment. See the 2026 amendment, how it redefines. The condition A, both parties belong to Mizo tribe. They will be governed under the Mizo customary law. Condition B, a male partner belongs to Mizo tribe. And Mizo male marries a non-Mizo female. In this case, however, the customary law will continue. The couple will be allowed to enjoy the Mizo customary rights. But as far as the third condition is concerned, a female partner belongs to Mizo tribe, but the male partner does not. In this case, we see the narrowing down of the applicability of Section 2, introducing a strict gender-based qualification for the retention of customary rights in mixed marriage. So this is the heart and soul of the Act. This is the heart and soul of this bill. You might be given three scenarios in your prelims, and you might be asked in which of the above scenario the couple will be governed by Mizo customary law, or the couple will enjoy the Mizo customary rights. A, B, both A and B, neither. These are the sort of questions that you should be able to answer now. Now, the exclusion clause. Removal from the Mizo Marriage and Inheritance of Property Act, removal from Mizo customary law governance, and your inability to claim scheduled tribe status under this framework. So, in case a Mizo woman marries a non-Mizo male, these are the consequences that will follow. See, the revocation of customary rights and identity marker is not limited to the individual, it is legally inherited. The amendment strips identity vertically down the family lineage. See, Mizo woman marrying non-Mizo, she will cease to be treated as an ST. Coming to her children will be excluded. Inherit exclusion from Mizo ST status. So it goes down the generation. The exclusion continues down the line. Children, grandchildren, they won't be able to enjoy the ST rights. The official legislative stances, several sections and subsections of the Principal Act enacted in 2014 required rectification and modification in the light of emerging social realities. I've already discussed this. The CM has justified the amendment on these grounds. See, the demographic trend, a growing number of Mizo women marrying non-Mizos. I've already discussed that due to intermingling, continuous intermingling now, Mizos are traveling outside, they're coming to Delhi, they're going to Bangalore for various purposes of education, health, tourism, etc. They're intermingling, they're marrying outside the tribe. So the provision that such women and their descendants cease to be recognized as Mizos and STs may act as a deterrent. That is the ultimate objective. That is the policy goal. And the broader framework behind bringing this amendment is a defense mechanism to shield or protect the identity, cultural or community identity of the Mizos as a whole. It acts as a shield to preserve the distinctiveness of the Mizo tribe. So you should be able to write these in your means. See, the government has claimed that it was not drafted, the law was not drafted in isolation. Various sections of the society was consulted before coming to a conclusion. So you can see the various parties involved, they were consulted, and thereafter the draft was formulated. It was passed unanimously. Now it raises a lot of questions. The Mizo women who have married outside the Mizo tribe, they are now raising certain objections that the onus to preserve the cultural identity of the Mizos, how can it fall solely on the Mizo woman? How can Mizo male be allowed to do what becomes prohibited now under this act? So there is definitely a gender bias. Now coming to the constitutional sphere, we know that the tribal autonomy is important, but in this case you can see a clash, definitely a contradiction as far as fundamental rights is concerned. It clashes with the tribal autonomy. And in the legal sphere, we can see that interpretation of customary rights versus states statutory law. So these are the things, gender parity versus demographic anxieties. These are the things that you should be able to catch, because it will come handy in your essay paper that you will write in your means. So the new reality for the Mizo customary law, the 26th Amendment, effectively redefines Mizo identity through a gendered legal lens, utilizing the revocation of ST status and inheritance rights as a legislative safeguard for tribal preservation. This the broader aspect. Narrowed scope for customary law now demands both parties or the male partner be Mizo. Generational impact, women marrying outside the tribe and their descendants forfeit ST and inheritance status, and societal safeguard driven by unanimous political and civil consensus to prevent social assimilation. I hope I have covered everything that is required for the Mizoram Civil Service examination. This is a very pertinent current affairs topics that has high chances of being asked in your examination. I hope I'm able to convey the gist of the legislation. We'll be coming up with more current affairs videos. We'll come up with many static videos also, so that you cover your preparation smoothly without any hurdle. But there is a announcement for all of you. The Aurora Northeast Academy has decided to launch its foundation course for Mizoram Civil Services. It is starting in the next week, from the next week, and those who are interested to start the journey and complete your preparation with Aurora Northeast Academy, you can download the application of Aurora Northeast Academy from Google Play Store. You can click on the foundation course, Mizoram Civil Service Examination, make the payment, and start your journey smoothly. Or every aspect will be covered, entire syllabus will be covered, and you need not run from pillar to post searching for PDFs, searching for videos, searching for video lectures. We will comprehensively cover everything under one umbrella. I hope you liked the video. Please comment so that I get more information regarding the demands of the students, and I am able to fulfill all these things. Thank you.